Hello, you cuddly little walkers. Mike from Living Walks. We're here in Trieste in Italy. Oh yes. And I thought again what we would do is we would take the most popular questions from Google and we would answer them for you. Isn't that gracious of us? Okay, glorious Trieste. What about Trieste weather then? What's it like? Well, June, September is probably the best time to come. Temperatures range around sort of 20 to 26 degrees. Doesn't get ferociously hot. It's kind of the ideal time. It's going to be most busy though. Got the coldest time, and probably someone out there does. That's going to be January. Average daily temperature is about 6 degrees. If you're on the wettest time, well, that's October. You get just over 7.5 inches of rain in that month. If you're on the driest month, that's in March. You get about half that, about 3.8 inches. Do you like the way I say about 3.8 inches? Anyway, that's the weather in Trieste. Trieste meaning, what's the meaning of the word Trieste, the name? And where does it come from? Well, it's believed it comes from the Latin, tergeste. The first bit, terg, comes from the root for market, and the este bit on the end comes from place. Stick those things together, you've got market, place. Languages here spoken are Italian and Slovene. And there's a dialect here of Triestina, which is basically Italian, a little bit of mixture of all the different cultures that have moved here or conquered here. Oh look, we've got James Joyce. He that wrote Ulysses, moved here in 1904, stayed here for 15 years. Not sure what he did after that. Trieste, Venice. If you're coming to Trieste, you're probably going to follow on Venice if you haven't done it the other way around. How do you do it? How do you get there? You can catch a bus. Buses take approximately 2 hours, and the price is going to be about 14 to 20 euros, somewhere around that. Take the train. Train's a little bit faster, about an hour and a half. That takes you about 14 euros again. It's going to vary, but about 14 euros is going to get you to good old Venice. Look at that view, by the way. Pretty nice, isn't it? Next question, is Trieste worth visiting? Well, look around you. I hope the answer is yes. What have you got here? You've got, well, you've got great architecture, coffee culture. Right, this is home of coffee here. Right, the Ely brand was born here. And you can take the bus outside the town. You can go to the Castello di Miramare, which is the home of the Archduke Ferdinand Maximilian. Got a beautiful castle on the sea. You can explore Trieste's Roman past. There's a Roman theatre. There's remains of a Roman forum here. And of course, doorstep of Slovenia as well. Generally, people think of Trieste as a little bit of a hidden gem, and judging by my time here, I would tend to agree with them. Let's have a quick look at some bins in front of a rather large church. Next question. Is Trieste expensive? Well, depends what you're used to. I mean, it is in the top 1/3 of expensive cities in the world to live in, but that doesn't necessarily mean very much. We've just come back from Crete and Athens. Let me say, just going by coffee prices, because that's basically what we live on intravenously. The prices of cappuccinos here are half the price, sometimes even maybe a third. So I don't think it's very expensive. Quality of life here, quality of life index is pretty good here, 77%, 77 out of 100. So in terms of place to live, it's affordable, it's a good place to live. Another question that comes up quite a lot is Trieste in Italy or Croatia? Well, let's put that one to bed, shall we? It's in Italy. Yeah, so it's annexed in, it's at the end of World War I. Technically, it's actually the capital of an autonomous region of, let's see if I remember this one, Friuli, Venezia, Giulia. That wasn't bad, was it? That was a good go. Next question. What is Trieste famous for? A couple of things come to mind. It's got a very deep water port here, so that's why, hence, it's a famous cruise port. So you might come here on a cruise ship, in which case you definitely want to get out and explore. Probably one of the highlights of your trip. It's important too, just its location really. It's important for the connections to the Suez Canal and Turkey. Just taking time to enjoy the view, by the way. What else? Research. A lot of science research goes on here. There's at least 30 kind of research and training centres here. And I think Trieste was it the centre of science in Europe or something in 2020? Anyway, who knows? Something close to my heart though. It's well known for coffee. Absolutely. Coffee is very important. So back in the 18th century, this was actually a tax-free port. And because of that, they were able to favourably import coffee from the Ottoman Empire, and that got spread out to all the different regions of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And that's still important today. What to do in Trieste? Okay, what is there to do in Trieste? What should you do? Well, we started this walk on the Grand Canal, and we saw James Joyce's statue there. Not necessarily that's the highlight, but it's a lovely place. Everything seems to centre around here. What else you can do? We saw at the end too, saw the church of San Antonio Nuovo. It was modelled on the Pantheon in Rome, which I think you all spotted, surely. You come here and drink coffee, of course you do. People in Trieste apparently drink twice the national average. I think that's by choice, they're not compelled to do so. I like to think it's exceptionally good coffee, we've had a couple. And of course you've got the Roman theatre here, dates back from the 1st century, quite big, 3,500 people it held. Next door to it you've got a museum of archaeology. You can stick your head in there, it's all very interesting. Let's have a look down the side streets. Got Trieste Cathedral. Inside it's built in the Romanesque and Gothic style. And next door to that, you've got the remains of the Roman Forum. So it's a fair bit to do. You've got San Giusto Castle, and there's a square tower nearby. You can climb that and get a panoramic view. And of course, you can eat ice cream, gelato. Of course you will. You're in Italy. And so, hopefully, we've answered some of your most burning, pressing questions. One of them also, on the end, was the ninth one in the list we didn't have time to get to is Living Walks going to go to Trieste? Thank you very much for pushing that up the rankings, and hope this answers in the affirmative. Yes, we are here. We've got another full walking video with this place. Keep an eye out for that. That'll be stonking as usual. But for now, I'm going to get some shade. Oh, cup of coffee. Thank you very much. I might just have to. Take care. See you on the next one.